So whether you are brand new to Google Classroom or you've used it before, I think you can still benefit from these tips or reminders because it's the beginning of the year and all of you are in a new class with a new teacher. So you're going to have some new Google Classrooms to join. So once you click in your waffle to Google Classroom, or you go there through Class Link, or you go there through the dock at the bottom of your Chromebook, you're going to land on a page that might look something like this. It might have the classes that you had last year. It might have your last year's teacher. What I would suggest, if you see classes that are from last year, that you click on these three little dots and then you click unenroll. And then you click on enroll again. And that will help to keep your home page tidy and organized and easier for you to find things. So when you're going to join a Google Classroom, you see this little plus sign at the top. You go ahead and click on it, and then your teacher will give you a class code. It could be your classroom teacher. It could be one of our specialists. It could be Mrs. Babine for enrichment. So any one of you could have more than one class that you're joining. Once you enter in the code, this little join button, I think, will turn blue on your side, and then you would click that join. I don't have a class to join, so I can't show you what it looks like in real time. So let's go back to our landing page, and I'm going to show you my sample class. And what you see on here is there's three different tabs at the top. There's the stream, and that's where your teacher will leave announcements. You shouldn't see assignments here in your stream. You should only see announcements. Then you have a tab that says classwork, and that's where you'll find your assignments or resources that your teacher wants you to use. You'll notice if you click on people, it tells you who's the teacher of this classroom, and then it will tell you your classmates. And at this age, in grades 1 through 4, you really don't, you know who your classmates are, so you don't need to be able to contact them. But when you get into the upper grades, you might need to know who's in your class so that you can work on projects outside of class time. So I'm going to go back to the stream, and what you might see here. Now I have two announcements because I'm the teacher in this class. Let me just get rid of this. My first announcement was just welcome to sample class. And then my second one was once I start teaching, I'll sometimes post that I've put an assignment into classwork. And then, for example, this one says assignment U4 W1, A World Without Rules, has posted in week 1, September 3rd through 6th. So I tell you what the assignment is and where you can find it. If you have questions about this assignment, oops, I have to fix that again, S there. You may post below. Your classmates may be able to help you, and I will certainly try as well. So if you had a comment, and right now I'm showing you what it looks like from a student, I might be able to. Hopefully your teacher allows comments, because this is a great way for kids to learn what's an appropriate way to comment, what does appropriate comments look like, and also for you to support each other, you and your classmates. You can often answer a question for a classmate before your teacher even sees it. So I'm going to type in a comment. I'm going to push pause for a second. I'll type in the comment and then show you what's next. Okay, so I put in a comment. I think I was absent when you read this story. What page was it in our Wonders book? And then I click this little send button to post it. And now I can see that it has posted. And my teacher might be able to answer the question for me, but sometimes I have a classmate who might know, and that is a great way to collaborate with your own classmates to help each other through things. So, a classmate might put, oh, it's in Wonders, page 58. And that would be really helpful to me. Now, part of having the ability to post in the stream means that you're responsible enough, mature enough, you have good digital citizenship, and you understand what an appropriate post looks like. So, appropriate post means you're responding to the announcement that your teacher put up, or you're responding to a question that a classmate might have, and it is always respectful. It is never trying to be silly or funny because this is a place where we just go for information. It also has the best punctuation that you can think of. I know lots of kids in grades 1 through 4 think that it's really funny to put lots of exclamation points or lots of question marks. What you need to know is that, hold 1 second. Okay, what you need to know is if you feel like maybe I wasn't very appropriate when I posted and I think I gave the wrong information, you can always go to these dots and you can delete your comment. If you don't delete it, all of these comments are there for your teacher and all of your classmates to see. So, what you post is think of it as though you went up to the front of your class and you wrote on the whiteboard, and it's for everyone to see. If your teacher finds that you're being inappropriate within the comments, what she's just going to do is disable your ability to participate in this feature. If it's not helpful, if it's inappropriate, she's probably going to mute you, it's called, so that you're not distracting her or him or the rest of your class. Okay, there's a couple other things I want to show you. If you are on the home page, you'll see that there's 3 bars to the left. If you click on it, it's going to show you a calendar. And I can see I have a date range here of April 14th to the 20th. And it's showing me I don't have any assignments there. If I look to the next week, well, that's vacation week, so that's a good thing. I don't have any assignments then. If I keep clicking, oh, I see I do have an assignment that is due on May 3rd. So this is just a way for me as a kid, especially a 3rd or 4th grader, to start to get organized with my own material and my own assignments. So you can see that in calendar. You can also see it if you click on the left toolbar under the to-do bar. You can, from this drop down, you can select which class you're looking for. And this tells me that I have one assignment that has no due date. Let's see. I have nothing due this week, nothing due next week, but I see later and I see a 3 here. So I know I've got something due then. So this is telling me once I click on the later that I have an assignment due on May 3rd, I have an assignment due on May 6th, and I have another assignment due on May 10th. Now, if you want to see what those assignments are, oh, you can also see up here, see where it says assigned? Part of your to-do list tells you what's been assigned. It tells you what's missing from work that was assigned earlier. This looks like I had an assignment and it was due in February and I didn't do it. So this will tell you what's missing. And if you click on done, you'll see assignments that you have turned in. So that's also helpful in keeping yourself organized. If you're on let me show you one more place. So if you go back to your home page, there's a little like clipboard here. And if you see, this is my sample class. So this is one class I'm a part of. If I click on this little clipboard, it gives me just the assignments for that class. So if you had readers group or writers group or math apps or something for one of the specialists, you'd be able to see which assignments you have for each class. So this is telling me, it says these are all my assignments that I have. New Hampshire history videos that's due on May 6th, so it's been assigned. I have another assignment that's due on the 10th. I have another assignment due on the 3rd. I had an assignment, but it didn't have a due date. I had an assignment that was due in February that is missing, and I have another assignment that was turned in. So those are all of the assignments for this class. Okay, so once you start using your Google Classroom and you start having some assignments, I'm going to show you this sample assignment here. Let's see, we are loading. I'm going to pause while we load. Oh, there it is. This says sample, hold please. Okay, I just wanted to show you that I was going back to my home page so that I can click on my class. I can go to classwork because I know no assignments should be showing in the stream. So I go to classwork and I'm looking at this sample assignment because it's due on May 3rd. So I can view instructions and I can see my work. I turned it in once already, so let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so I turned in this assignment, and it looks like my teacher, who's also me, left me some comments. So I had an assignment asking me about generative AI, and I see what I wrote was using generative AI has helped me understand some tough topics. It was especially helpful with long division in math. My teacher has left me a comment. Make sure you are reviewing the question. Make sure your responses are to a specific question. And I can say, yes, I did do that. So I can click the check mark and it will resolve my comment. Notice that it was highlighted when it looked like I didn't read it. And once I acknowledged the comment, then the highlighting went away. So now I have another comment it was especially helpful with long division in math. My teacher's comment is, can you give me some specific examples? And I could continue working on my assignment so that if I'm interrupted, I might want to wait till I'm all done to resolve it. But once you are done, let's see, you can, get linked to this comment, see emoji reaction details. Those aren't things I don't think I need. So once I am done, I can go ahead and resolve that comment. Okay, so now I feel like I'm done. I've done my revisions. Now it's ready for me to turn in again. So I'm going to go ahead and click that turn in button. Turn in your work. Here's the assignment, and I need to click turn in, I think 3 times in order to get this assignment over to my teacher. I'm going to click turn in, and I don't think we need to do it again. Okay, so good, 2 times. Another thing you might want to know is you can unsubmit your work if you remember that you wanted to change something and you forgot to. You can unsubmit it, and then you'll have it back, and then you'll turn it in again. You can also add a private comment. So I'm going to say, this assignment was really hard for me. And then again, this little paper airplane, which will send it, and that's going to go to my teacher. So my teacher will then have some feedback about how I felt about the assignment. You could ask a question in there rather than just making a comment. So now I'm going back to my class. Let's see, if I check that assignment, now it should say, aha, sample assignment turned in. So that is what you need to know about turning in assignments. Okay, I think this is enough to get you started to understand the very basics of your Google Classroom, your management system, the plus to join, the calendar to check assignments, the to-do list to see what's been assigned, what's missing, what's coming down the road. You can click the 3 dots and unenroll from classes that are old so that your landing page is very clean and organized. You've learned how to turn in an assignment, how to comment on an assignment, how to comment in the stream to be helpful and a good friend to your classmates. And you've also learned that here you can ask your teacher questions. So these are all things that help you to become a more independent student so that when you get to the next grade and the next grade, once you're at McKelvey, and then you're at Lurgio, and then you're at the high school, you really know how to organize your work and you know how to be efficient and independent. And that's what we need to start learning as early as first grade. So I'll be around to see your classes and see how this is working. If you have any questions, you can always come see me in my office in the library.